Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. So currently our fuel repository system is a little, lacking in any sort of merit. It's kind of gathering dust right now, not being useful at all, but what have you. So what we're going to do is change it a bit so that we can actually get some oil going into there, so that's our first step. Then we can work on some more serious matters, such as what to do with that fuel. So right now we have some booster tracks and some holding tracks. I made those already ahead of time, but forgot I needed to record. So here we are. So we'll at least put that down there for now. But also what we're going to want to make is some normal tracks, which is pretty simple to create. So just some tracks, and there we go. So what I think we're going to do is dig under here and make a lever right here and turn that on. And where do we have? Yes, we do. Okay. I think I'm going to want that extra little bit of dirt just for fun and show and profit. Okay. So here's our track where it's going to go, then it's going to go off into the merry blue yonder, and then it'll deposit until it's empty, I think will be what we want. Now we're going to need some pipes to be able to do that. I think some golden liquid waterproof piping should be what we need. So we'll need to grab some of this, and actually I think we do have some already ready. Never knew I could be so musical. Okay, let's throw away our advanced tools that we have that we will no longer need. This we'll need, and let's just throw that away. And also, we're going to need the 2 gold here, and some of the glass that we have cooking up in our furnaces over here. And I think this is enough glass. We'll make our golden pipes. Let's turn off NEI there, and then we'll waterproof them. We're going to need a lot of these anyways, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue to get these right now. Okay. So all we're going to need to do is just place them like so, and the liquid should automatically come out of here and up here. So all we'll need to do is get some method of actually pulling everything out. I think we do have a wooden engine, I'm not too sure. But anyways, so next thing we're going to need to put everything else, like all the carts. So if we go here, we'll see what we need to place. So right now we're going to be here. So how can we place this? Maybe. Nope, not going to work that easily. Okay, so we're going to have to do some automatical stuff. Here we go, up we go. Did I even flip it? Probably not. Let's check just in case. No, we didn't. Wait. What are you going to do? Okay, there we go. So next area of interest is over here, where we're going to have another holding track, some tracks in the middle, and our other power nest. Okay. Once again, moving back to the quarry age, let's just have some sort of, yeah, let's do that. Just have it like this, because why not? Then we go around, and we're back where we started. So what we're going to need to do is now make a tank cart. So to make the tank cart, because it has changed from the normal way to do it so long ago, we're going to need to get some of the steel plates that we have already created, and we're going to need to find out where we actually put those steel plates. There we go. And also we have this, so make the engine now or later? Let's make the engine now. Do we have any cobblestone? Yes, we do, but I need to bring it over from our other age. Well, guess you can call it an age. I don't know what else to call it. Maybe the overworld, using, the proper terminology. Like that would be ever used. Way does not use the proper terminology. Way does not know how to speak well. Let's leave it at that. So we're going to also need more of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need another one of these just because. Okay, 1 piston. And like that, and then we'll put the gears here, and we have that. And it would be lovely if we actually have it in the right location. Now, because we do not need any more of these currently, we can put those away. Okay. So now, do I have enough? Yes, I do. I have enough for later, so let's make a storage tank, which I believe will require something like that. So we have a tank gauge. And then when we put it like this, we have a tank cart. This is the basis for everything that you know and love and dear. So let's move this. Let's see if we can actually get it moving. Hopefully. I'm not sure if it is moving already. I guess I could go in there, or I could run over here, see how the oil is going. Think I'll do that. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. Okay, I see the oil over there, so it seems like it's working, and okay, it left, and it should now be at our tank depot over here, which I think I see it. Do I? Yes, I do. There it is. Now it's going to start making fuel, which it's going at a pretty fast pace, actually. So with all the energy that we are providing, it's going to go very fast, but we are going to need to also make some stuff for this to actually go into and use. Okay, that's off. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now what we're going to need to do is bring this oil out, fuel rather, by doing something similar to this, but we're going to need to put it to some sort of thing which will create energy. So what I think we're going to need to do is actually move some of our pipes. So we're going to need to disconnect this, take the energy out of this so it doesn't put any more energy out, so that this thing can slowly dissipate the energy that's already in the system. Already we have a full bucket of oil. And then we'll be able to make some iron, gears, and etc. And let's make some iron engines. That would probably be the best. So 3 iron engines. And we'll make the gears out of it, such like this. Make stone gears. Make them iron-fied. Wow, that was very odd. It's like, it's raining in the overworld, but wait a second, you don't need rain. I guess I might as well turn myself off. Sigh. 10, we're gonna need 1 more. Technically 2 more, but we kinda need anyways. Why am I even trying to bother explaining myself when I'm beyond hope already? 3, 3, 3. Okay, pistons are a go. Now with this, we'll make our iron engines, or our fuel-based engines, to use all of this fuel and combustion engine. That's what it's called. So this is now at a dead stop. So all the energy is no longer in any part of this system. So we can safely remove all of these pipes without wasting any of the energy. Because, as you know, normally they do have energy stored up in them, and we want to basically have some things where it's not stored. Yes. Anyways. So this fuel we're going to want to bring out, of course, into 3 engines. And we're going to want to bring it so that we can actually store the energy very easily. So let's take that. We're probably going to want to do some other stuff to make sure all of the energy is out of here. Let's get this out and this out. I said this out. We're going to want to make some more iron plates anyways, so we might as well make some more like this. and see if we can actually drain the energy that's stuck in this line so we can later take out the stuff. I'm going to assume that's okay, and this is definitely okay by now. So how are we going to want to bring all of this liquid fun stuff? Well, there are a few ways to do it. Obviously, we're going to have to get some water to go to this, so we're going to need a few more liquid pipes than we currently do have. Now, for the sake of sanity, I think it's good to have some sort of chest here so we can store some of our Buildcraft stuff that we're going to have for this room so as to not misplace it, since most of the stuff will probably just be used in this room anyways. No point losing our heads over it. So we're going to need some more gold waterproof piping, but it's probably best to figure out where we're going to have everything anyways. So another temporary thing, let's see, this does not send any energy so we can place it at will, but we're also going to want to have stuff that will send the energy over here. So let's have it like so. We're going to want to knock that out place. So I think these will be the locations of our engines. And the fuel will go down here. And the water will need to go in from this underneath, I think. So if we can make an underground water pump thing that will basically give us water, that should be a lot better. Now we should charge up my lap pack because I don't want to end up with a drill that doesn't have any charge whatsoever. So I'll just do this quickly, then we can go back easily and get everything, if I can actually get out of the hole that I dug for myself. Our wheat farm, I think, is out of power. So I think we might need to do some maintenance here, actually distribute the peat evenly, or actually create some peat. But I think I can do that later since it's not a priority. We want to get our energy system working anyways so we can charge it up so we don't even need to make a peat bog necessarily. Not too sure about that. Will we need a peat bog or will we not? Only time will tell. And you know how I feel about time. It's very fickle. Yes, I kind of insulted myself, don't worry. Okay, cacti. Thank you. Going over here, we're going to want to heat you up a bit. Like so, and get all that. That actually worked out very well. And we're going to want to charge our lap pack. And it looks like we are going to steal most of the energy that is in here. So I'm probably going to have to halt it before I steal everything, because that'd just be mean. It kind of needs energy for all of its general purpose stuff. Okay, to save a little time, I am just making my mining well and then my extra water pump ahead of time so as to, as I said before, save time. So now with this we can also take some of our remaining gold that we have, and I believe we have one extra waterproofing, and we can take this and then make some more waterproofing pipes. So 2, this will give us 16 extra, and that should be a sufficient amount. We'll soon find out. So, with this, we shall rule the world, mohaha. A little premature, I know, but that's how I roll. Okay, this might actually be... Is it enough? Are you enough? Let's see. 1, 2, 3... Okay, it's enough. Just enough. And I mean just enough when we actually factor in the pump that we're going to need to put down here. Okay, let's clear this area a bit, and this drill is hard to contain. Okay, look over this way, this way, this way, this way. Just go everywhere, why not? Okay, so we're going to need to make a nice 3x3 pit. Let's take this ore, because it's actually the most efficient way to get the uranium, you know. I don't know why that is, but we're going to go with its method. Okay, 1 bit of sand here for temporariness. Put that down. Going to need to remove that because of awesomeness. And we have our redstone engines, which we'll place around and have it like so. I don't think that's how it's supposed to go, like that. We can put it like this, and we can put another like this or something, I don't know. Okay, that's not how it goes either. Okay, now if I actually have a lever, I actually do have a lever. So we can place these down and warm them up. In the meantime, you know what? I'm going to take these out and move it up so it's actually going right here, the mining well. Because if we have it the other way, how we had it before, it would mean that, well, it's going to be very, very, very bad. Well, in the fact that I should probably explain why it's bad. It would be bad because I wouldn't be able to actually have enough golden pipes for the next stage in this, and I kind of want to get to that point. Okay, let's get the engines again. I might need you. And these might need to be placed all over. There we go. Now I just have to hop out through some ingenious method. I don't know, something like this. And I already had that out, huh? So all that we're going to need to do is put some water there. And that shouldn't be too difficult, really. Honestly, we just need 2 water buckets. We have 1 bucket of water. And I don't think I actually have an infinite source spring in this world at all. This does not sense water at all. If I place 1 down, it won't be able to get to the other one yet. So I'll just place this here temporarily so it doesn't sense the water and start gobbling it up because I need to get another one. To the overworld, away! Water, water, water bucket, water, water, water bucket. I got the water bucket, I am gonna be so happy. La 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 la. I don't know what I'm singing. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's good. And then it is now an infinite spring, and it'll start sucking water like it's nobody's business, which honestly it isn't, so I'm cool with that. Okay, we're going to need to work our way up again, like so, and block this up because we don't need to see it. Now we'll get some water into these tanks, and now that's all that's left to do is, well, that's going to take a while, isn't it, to get all the water. Did it already suck it up? Oh, phew. That was going to be crazy if it actually did. That would have been bad. I will not say anything else on that subject. Okay, so now we're going to need to do a few things, such as actually turning these on, maybe have these all in the same direction, maybe have something a little more automated in the future when we get this to work. And it's funny because I have this in the exact same location that I did before. Oh well. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so we're just going to need to bring this all the way over again. And probably, how do I want this? Something a little more dignified. I think we're going to go with the little, probably not the most efficient source of solution or whatnot, but going underground will probably just be a bit more aesthetically pleasing. Haha! Now if we can get it close enough without being obtrusive, we should be good. So here we go, and putting them all down here shall be good. If you can let me up, please. Thank you. Okay, outputting like that, and we're good. Okay, so we're just going to need to get out of this hole and tidy all of this up. Maybe if there was some way to make that a little more pleasing, such as, like, maybe do facades work with this? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to test that out before doing anything too strenuous. Okay, so obviously this will need to be an input, and these are outputs, so we're good on that front. Now all we need to do is trigger this, and then we can get a tank going in when that's all said and done. Okay, We're going to need some more waterproofing. I see that right away. But let's get our liquid luck out of here, our yellow liquid. Don't want to know where that came from, buddy. And when we get that going, we should have a sufficient supply to fuel all of these. Let's see, that's a good amount for now. So let's turn these on, and these will start getting it on. Hopefully we can get some more water than what we have right now, because it seems rather slow. Oh well. So that's going at a blistering pace. Let's go with the maximum output of... whatever. Let's go at a max of 50. Hopefully these will keep up with production of both fluid, fuel, and water. I'm not too sure how likely that is, but it might look like it's going for the first one first. How fast can you go? How fast can you go? Okay, so now that that actually has some way to gain energy, and it's actually gaining energy, and it doesn't look like there's anything that I'm going to need to worry about here, we're going to want to make some tanks. So let's take this and actually get some form of tank for our fuel. Let's see, where shall we have this tank that we speak of? We'll start with a small tank. We'll put it in the middle. Do we want it in the middle? Do we honestly want it in the middle? Probably not. Are these even getting any liquid? I'm not even sure. It's showing a steady supply, so a steady supply is getting pumped out, but I'm not sure how much is, so I won't worry too much about that. And we are getting quite a bit, so this refinement process is going according to plan. So all that's left to do is determine how we want to split this up. So let's go and get some more waterproofing. That's probably the best bet. So change more of our cacti into waterproofing. And I'm thinking just a few more shall give us enough freedom to actually get something. 3 waterproofing? I think so. I know it's a painful process, but I guess we can work on an automatic cacti harvester, and we don't really need too much in the way of redstone or machines to do so. So let's make our last bit of gold here, and we're going to need to up the ante by turning them into transport pipes. Maybe make another golden gauge, so we're going to want one of these in each of them. And here we go, some more iron, gates, stuffy, and etc. Yes, let's go with that. Let's go with that way. Whatever makes you happy, let's go with that. Okay, now that we have these 3 extra, I think we should have a sufficient supply to get everything else. Now we do need a bit more in the way of iron, so probably it would be a very good idea to macerate the remaining of our iron, which is quite a bit. A full stack of iron. This will give us 2 stacks. Now, I should probably do the calculations before doing anything overly strenuous in how many iron plates I will need to get the whole gauge. I'm going to go with a 3x3x5. So let's see. Let's do the math. 3x3x5. So that's 9, 18, 27, 45, 44, 43, 42. So we got 7, 41, 40, 35. And these give 4 each. So we're going to need a total of 31 extra. And that means 36 iron in total that we will need to smelt to get all of our remaining, 36 extra iron, and then we can process it in the rolling machine. Then we'll have enough for the size of tank that we're going to be going for. At least with the, not even factoring in the gauges though. not the gauges rather, but we're going to need to factor in more than just what we already said. So, anyways, how are we going to have the tank? I think having the tank coming out, maybe? No. Oh no, let's have it recessed such, like this. And then it'll just go in like that. We didn't even need those extra ones, huh? Derp. Okay. So we're going to need a few extra in this. So let's do that. We'll get a few more, and then we can get more iron tank walls, and that should be a good amount to start with at least. So 12. Let's place them down. Here we go, and we'll have boundaries such like that, and an extra there. But we will have gauges to gauge our situation. We'll need more like that, and we need 4 more gauges, and we need the valve. But we're going to have another valve anyways. Not the... Oh, derp, I didn't even see these. That would have been very nice to make. Now, let's make the valves, which are going to be required. It's going to require our iron bars and our iron plates, and of course it happens to be in the wrong order. So let's switch those around, and we have iron tank valves. So here, it can't give any of the fluid at all currently because, well, there's none to spare. That's one of the reasons. And are we even... It's all going into this engine first, and then it goes into other ones, if there's any to spare. Maybe we can fix that up later, but I don't see any real reason to do so. It's going at a pretty good pace. And we do have a lot of energy, and this will definitely be enough energy for later. So let's take another one of those gauges, and we will need to get another gauge. So another set of gauges, rather. So that will require more of these. Thankfully, we do have a good amount. Take that back. And there. So let's get our other iron, which should be ready. Oh, it's this direction, not that direction. I have no idea what's in that direction. Maybe a bit more oil. I have no clue. So I'm not even going to risk it right now, at least. Iron. Is this enough to get more, or at least the rest of it? I don't think so. Okay, let's at least put the remainder of our gauges down, which is such like this. And then we'll need 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 more of these. Maybe I can put like some sort of hopper. That might actually be a bit better than what we have right now. Anyways, so let's get more. We will need more than just the 12 that we have here, obviously. Let's actually get the top of this thing first. It won't let me jump up, so I guess I'm going to have to do it a little more eloquently than how we had it before. There we go. So now close this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just going to need a roll, and let's see, 3 more iron plus the iron we have in the rolling machine. Okay, so here's one more roll, and then we'll have another roll. Even with that drawing energy, we still have more than enough to get everything. So maybe if we have the resources, eventually we can make a rock crusher. Ooh, we should get one out of that because we don't want to do too many right now. Okay, there, and ooh, we did too many already. Anyways, Okay, now we actually have some fuel in here. Not much, but it is sufficient. And we are losing water for some reason. Is this not even filling fast enough for our water supply? I hope it is. Okay, we're at 8 buckets. And, okay, so if we get below 8 buckets too much, that means we're going to need to add in another one of these. Or it might mean that we need some extra power and not just the stuff that we have just feeding it willy-nilly. Maybe. I wonder. Let's take that and let's try it like this. That should give more than enough. But I'm not sure what type of drain it will take on the system as a whole, so we should check the energy amount. Okay, it's still getting, and this way it won't overheat. Assuming it's actually taking any of the energy whatsoever. So let's change it so that this is jettisoning it just in case, and to avoid confusion there. It's still getting water out. I wish this was a bit more, what is the word, subtle in its usage. That'd be a bit better than what it is right now. Okay, so seems like this is working. We are getting water out, and it is a sufficient supply. I think, at least. We might need more water from the pump. Maybe and some of them is just being greedy, but we're going to have to wait and see. If any of them start going red, we'll know something is wrong, and then we're going to have to stop it as soon as possible. Okay, now that this is pretty much good, I think what we should do is make another one of those redstone, one of these things. So that's going to require more electrum and more general energy usage. So we're going to have to get some of that. So we're going to need our pulverizer and our other thing so that we can get everything working. So we need to pulverize lead and pulverize obsidian to get the glass. We need 4 pieces of glass, and then that will be enough to actually start powering the quarry when we get that going. We only have 2 pieces of obsidian right now though, so we're going to need a bit more than that, but I think we can work it out later. So we got our induction smelter and our pulverizer. We can change them later. Let's get rid of this stuff right now so that we don't just gum up our inventory, because that's just sad. It's a sad, sad occasion whenever we do that. A tear was shed that day. Okay, so being an idiot, let's just continue. Okay, lead ore we're going to need to pulverize. So let's get that ready, and we'll power these up with all the energy that they need. So pulverizer, induction, smelter. We'll turn off all the outputs, or at least on the sides that are prevalent. There we go. And this one, we'll just turn it off there. And there's a lot of different inputs for this. Energy's still good. That's still good. Water's sufficient, but looks like we're dropping a bit. Come on, you should take more than that. It is taking quite a bit of water, so I'm not sure. Probably going to need to get that looked at soon. But for now, it seems good, so we'll keep it running at least. And we got 1 extra liter of oil for use later, so that's not too bad. But we do still need these fueled up. We got more than 1 extra liter of oil. What are you talking about? There's a lot in there. Okay, so being a complete idiot, I forgot what I was doing. Let's pulverize this. And it's going to go at a neat little pace of 4. And we're just managing to keep up, and that is good. So we got pulverized lead. We're also going to need to pulverize some obsidian. I think 4 of it is good. But we also need to get some more electrum than we currently have. And also we have our redstone that we need. So we have to get silver and macerate that, and also macerate our remaining gold supply. So let's macerate our gold and get that working on. Here we go. And get that worked on. Then we'll macerate our silver, combine it, make some more electrum, and I think that will be a good enough process for me. And this time, I promise I'll get the recipe right, okay? Don't need to harp on about it. So I'll go find a nice little lava deposit, mine some obsidian up, and then pulverize that after that thing is done. Okay, I found some pulverized silver that I managed to realize that I had just lying around in my cobblestone chest, probably due to pulverizing some lead earlier on an earlier occasion, as you can obviously tell. Okay, so we can combine this with the gold dust right away, and we'll have a lot of electrum blend, and we can then easily get that finished. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Done. And then we'll put our obsidian and get that obsidian started at least. Okay, put the pulverized lead in there. We're going to need to get our obsidian, and we're going to need to cook up our nice little electrum blend so we have some more of this stuff. Okay, that also, let's continue pulverizing that and get 4 more gold. We are getting very low on gold, so we're going to need to find some easy way to get that figured out and sorted, but I'm not too worried currently. So our nice little obsidian dust should be done, and indeed it is. So let's get that and put that in here, and we'll get the 4 pieces of glass that we need. Now let's check the water supply. It's staying at a steady state now, relatively steady, and I don't think it's taking too much of the energy. I think it's actually taking just enough to keep those 3 fed. Though it's really hard to gauge any sort of energy with those machines currently. Okay, we got hardened glass, and let's see if we can actually get the bloody machine working. So energy storage frame, it's going to require redstone, obviously. We need lead, electrum, and a diamond and hardened glass. So I believe we do have a diamond left. Jump. Sorry, I had to. I believe we do have multiple diamonds left, actually. So, and 5 electrum ingots is what we need right now, and our 2 lead. Actually, we need 6 electrum ingots. So let's get this. Ow! Let's get the stuff that's actually cooking up. That's gold. I do not want you. Shut up, gold. Who needs you? You need. I love you, gold. I can't handle it. I can't handle it anymore, gold. Why do you... Okay, I'm getting a little creeped out by myself, so that is not exactly a good vote of confidence. Okay, so we got that done, and we have some more later, so we can make even more of these once we actually go out and harvest some obsidian. So energy storage frames. We're going to want to liquefy 40 of this. But this at least will go a lot quicker than how it was going before, so we shouldn't need to worry too much. Already we're getting a nice healthy supply, so this energy storage frame we're also going to want to jam up a bit by going like this: redstone conductance coil, or instead the conductive or whatever the heck it was, and this time we actually have the energy storage frame. So, energy storage frame we'll put in. It's empty. It will need more liquid redstone than it currently has, but that's just a matter of time. Then we'll be able to swap it out for this, for the other one, and we'll be able to get more surplus of energy. Now, I think we're going to need even more engines than we currently have right now, or rather a different mode of energy creation. Currently, this is not the best method of energy creation because it's requiring a lot of the fuel that we are using. And this fuel I think we'll want to use eventually for other things. But maybe we can get some other sort of thing to help us out with that. I'm not going to say too much more on that. But we're 7 more and then we should be good. Any more things that we can do currently that we have the capacity to do so? No, maybe we can get some more electrum later by getting this gold dust again. Okay, this is the last bit, and once that's done, it'll work its magic. and then deposit it right here. Now it seems like I think we're just going to go like this. So swap it out, put this on instead, and make sure it's actually... Okay, it saved its location, so that's good. We have nice charged energy cell rather, and we'll be able to charge it later on, and we should be good. So that's good, that's good. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do next after we manage to get this nice and charged up, maybe we can make another engine here and it'll just be like oil neutral, seeing as this is kind of renewable. Anyways, what I think we're going to do next episode is set up our quarry and do another linking system like we have currently. We're going to want to get some better method to actually have it working than what we have right now, because currently it's not exactly the best way. I just want to see something. What happens if I place you here? How fast will you go? Oh my God. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.